Good evening, everyone. Let's begin. On behalf of GreenTree and SIEM, I welcome all of you to this session, especially for aspiring energy auditors and Okay, so first of all, a little bit about myself. My name is Dhruv Jain. I'm one of the directors in GreenTree Global, electrical engineer by qualification. I did my MBA from IIM Ahmedabad in 2010. I'm a certified energy auditor, IGBC accredited professional, total work experience of around 13 years, including with corporates like Siemens and Hinduja, and roughly 5 years with GreenTree Global. As we move forward, I think we will lay down the agenda for the meeting. So we're going to introduce briefly about the organizations which are involved in this program. Then we'll talk about the need for energy professionals today, which will be taken by Mr. Jay Kumar. After that, we'll have a session on career options for energy auditors and managers from people who have made their careers in this area. Then the next session will talk about the strategies to clear the examinations. We will also discuss about the course that GT and SIEM together with EAP are floating for aspiring energy auditors and managers. The last session is of course Q&A. So a little bit about us, about GreenTree and SIEM before we move forward. SIEM is a national body. It's one of the only of its kind. It's a professional body of energy auditors and managers in India. It's a not-for-profit organization founded in 2005 with close to 2,000 members in 22 states in India. This is a body which has been very active in conducting knowledge and technical expertise sessions across the country throughout the last 15 years. More than 6 lakh knowledge hours given so far to the participants, 150 plus programs, 4 international programs, 48 national level programs, and 10 student level chapters. Apart from this, SIEM has also been involved in various energy efficiency projects in industrial sectors and demand side management. About GreenTree Global, it's an energy consulting company. It's a for-profit organization founded in 2009 by IIT Roorkee and IIM Ahmedabad alumnus to provide consultancy related to green buildings, energy efficiency, renewable energy, and clean energy. So 4 sectors primarily where we work in: policy, advisory and research, green building design and rating, smart energy metering, and trainings and skill development. A bit about the technical strength that GT and SIEM together bring on board. We have a team of more than 50 technical experts and trainers in-house. So the resources include accredited energy auditors, experienced energy auditors, ECBC experts, green building experts, certified measurement and verification professionals, and global consulting professionals. Apart from this, we have access to the data and resources across a lot of international agencies where we have collaborations like REAP, which is headquartered in Vienna, Agency for Environment and Energy Management, CETIAT France, International Copper Association, which is based in India, World Resources Institute, and Renewable Energy Society based in China. Apart from this, there are also a lot of national agencies that we collaborate and work with: MNRE, BEE, TERI, IREDA, CPRI, PCRA, NPTI. We have conducted a lot of trainings. The most recent one being for the certified energy auditors and managers, which was organized by GreenTree and SIEM together on behalf of Bureau of Energy Efficiency. So we have done this training for 2 consecutive years, and we have trained 2,700 in certified energy auditors and managers. So this was a refresher course for these people. Every 5 years, every auditor and manager who's certified is supposed to undergo a knowledge refresher course. So GreenTree and SIEM, they were responsible for carrying out these courses for these 2,700 participants, and we completed the phase 2 in March this year. Apart from this, we have been carrying out ECBC training programs in 6 states in India. We have conducted 95 programs and roughly 3,000 participants have been trained. ECBC is Energy Conservation Building Code. This is also something that you will learn in the course of the trainings. We have also conducted training programs for PEDA. PEDA is Punjab Energy Development Association. Similarly, MEDA is Maharashtra, HAREDA is Haryana, UP, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Odisha, all these states. So and so on. So we have conducted an awareness program for 25,000 students in schools and programs for corporates. Close to 50,000 people is what we've trained over the last 10 years. So our expertise lies in energy efficiency, resource efficiency, and renewability. So it's time for a quick poll before we move ahead. So on your screen, there is a poll which is asking you whether you are applying for the exam for the first time or no. I request all of you to put your votes. As you can see, so roughly more than 70% of us are people who are appearing for the exam for the first time. Moving forward, now for the interest of the people who are appearing for this exam for the first time, some key details about the exam. Online enrollment from Bureau of Energy Efficiency or NPC is expected to start in June. The examination happens in September every year normally. Eligibility criteria is diplomat or graduate engineer with some work-ex. You can refer to the website for details on the number of years of experience that is required. Maximum attempts for qualification, maximum 3 years attempts within consecutive 6 years, which means if you have given the first exam in 2014, this is the last year in which you can appear for the examination. For people who are upgrading from energy manager to an auditor, maximum 5 years from qualification with 3 attempts, which means if you have given your exam prior to 2015, you need to enroll as a fresh candidate and appear for all the exams. For the next session, I'd like to invite Mr. Jay Kumar, who's going to talk about the need for energy professionals in the market today. Mr. Jay Kumar.
Good evening to all aspiring energy managers and energy auditors of India. I would like to brief about our organization. And before that, let me once again introduce myself. I am Jay Kumar Nair, Managing Director of Sustainability Foundation, and also National Treasurer of Society of Energy Engineers and Managers. Given some information about SIEM, and SIEM is into existence for the past 15 years and doing a lot of specific acts in India for improving energy conservation and energy management efforts, which is being driven by Bureau of Energy Efficiency. And what all the changes they have made time to time, SIEM has also supported BE to implement those things in India. And you all are very lucky because you will be getting a lot of time for the preparation being in lockdown. And all of you are aware that we are facing a very big pandemic, COVID-19. And definitely our government and the state governments are doing pretty good to improve our situations by improving the health standards and supporting different industries. But all of you are aware we will be facing a very big economical crisis, or there will be big financial crunch in the days to come. And you are doing this course in the right time. Why I'm meaning is manufacturing industries across India, not across India, across the globe, will be faced, especially when it comes to capacity utilization. So when most of the industries are designed to excel or designed to perform in a very good manner if they are operating near to the best capacity. But unfortunately, most of the sectors will not be operating to that extent, and the manufacturing cost will be on the higher side. And almost all type of industries will be looking for opportunities to reduce their manufacturing cost. And energy cost reduction would be one of the best thing which we will be in a position to achieve. And India requires lots and lots of professionals. Hardly we have 10,000 plus professionals in India, those who are doing various activities in energy conservation. And when a new set of activities, young generation of people coming to the field of energy conservation, I think they will be doing a lot of new things, and they will be taking new steps to improve the energy efficiency of India. And moreover, we are badly in need of maximum number of professionals, either to improve the energy conservation activities of your own organization. I think most of you may be working with some organization at present, or some of you may be into business. So if you're working with one organization, you must do a lot of activities to improve the energy performance and for the manufacturing cost reduction of your own company. And if you are an aspiring professional or to be a consultant or to start to your own business, this could be the best time to begin with, because India requires loads and lots of energy management professionals in the days to come. So I'm sure the energy management fraternity will be supporting you to grow further. And from SIEM side, SIEM, I have introduced about SIEM. Drew have given some information about SIEM. We are the largest association of certified energy auditors and energy managers in India. We have more than 1,800 members spread across 22 state chapters. And we are doing a lot of activities, not only into the training program. We have clocked more than 6 lakhs knowledge hours conducted 150 plus training program. A lot of energy efficiency implementation projects are being done in industrial sectors, demand side management, and we have two major publication. One is Energy Efficiency Manager, which has already clocked around 45 issues. SIEM News, around 130 issues already over. It's a soft copy of SIEM News also will be being circulated to different parts of India. So I think from the association, because we are in future, once you complete the course, you will be part of this association, I'm sure. And this association is meant for the members, and definitely we will be providing whatever support is required for the aspiring energy auditors and managers to improve your performance, to strengthen your core skills, and to further develop your business if you are into the area of business. So, and this course is being designed in association with the GreenTree Global, and to propagate, to train you to a better extent, to not only to excel in the examination, but to have a better idea about your energy management requirement, to get a fair enough idea about the future opportunities of energy managers, whether you may be working in an industry, or when you will be coming to the field of consultancy or starting your own business in the implementation front, like ESCO or any other thing. So this is a broader area, but I think my role is to give you some brief introduction about SIEM, the activities being managed by SIEM, and how we will be in a position to support you in the future. I'm sure this course will help you to improve your overall skills. It will provide you better employment, better career prospects, and you all will be the future magnificent personalities who will be supporting India for improving the overall energy efficiency. Thank you, Dhruv, and wishing you all a very, very best session. And I'm sure that you all will be in a position to support India to improve the post-COVID, the pandemic issues, and improve the overall economical condition of India through energy conservation and manufacturing cost reduction. Thank you.
Mr. Jaykumar, thank you for this session. So I'm sure there are a lot of energy professionals that we need today going forward. In fact, in this post-COVID scenario, the requirements are shifting, and we've seen a lot of newer requirements coming into the market, and we need a lot of professionals to cater to those requirements. Moving forward, let's now talk a bit about the career options that a candidate can have once he clears his EAE examination. So we'll invite Mr. Bali Singh to speak about his experiences after he cleared his EAE examination.
Good evening, everyone. Myself is Bali Singh. I will give a brief about me. I cleared this B Certified Energy Auditor exam in 2011. Prior to this, I was working with the Reliance Industries Limited as a production engineer. But after clearing this exam, there has been a lot of change in my career profile. I became the youngest accredited energy auditor of India in 2014, and after clearing this exam, I worked with some of the energy auditing firms for a few months, and then we started our own company, that is Namdhari Eco Energies Private Limited. We are now into multiple business divisions. We started as an energy audit firm, and later on we entered into multiple businesses. Now coming to your career options after clearing this exam, as you people are aware, this all the DCs are increasing day by day, because every patch cycle there are new DCs coming, and even in the past DCs they don't have the energy managers. Either one energy manager is dealing multiple plants, so you can think there is a lot of opportunities as an energy manager in Indian industry, and still the laws are specific to the large industries. If we compare to the US markets or to the developed countries market, they have an energy manager specifically for a building who has to take care of all the energy accountings. But in India, rules are not that stringent as of now, but in the coming future they are becoming stringent, because we have a lot of energy demand. We depend on a high amount to the foreign countries for our oil import. So now I'll give a brief presently what we are doing. I am working in Namdhari Eco Energies as a director, and what businesses we are into. When we go for this exam, we have in the perception that we have a market for only energy auditor. We will conduct energy audits. but energy audit is just a starting of your career. After that, you will explore a multiple options, because when you will go to a industry and you will conduct energy audits, they will show you their problems. You will identify those problems, and then you have to find out their solutions. What we are doing at Namdhari Eco Energies is we developed the remote monitoring solutions. We develop the softwares, we integrate their energy parameters with our softwares, and then give them the solution. For example, we have a chiller optimizer as a product, which is used dedicatedly to optimize the performance of a chiller plant. So that was our area. Like, we entered into remote monitoring business. Some of my colleagues who cleared this exam, they worked as an energy auditor for few years, but after that they entered into their entrepreneurship journey. Somebody is into this designing of harmonic filters, somebody is designing the SCR circuits. So there are ample opportunities, because whenever there is energy savings, that is a profitable business for the industry, and there are ample ways you can find out to reduce the energy consumption of the industries. But now you have to focus on what is your area of expertise, what is your area of interest, where you can enjoy your work. You develop some solutions for that particular sector, and then you scale up that for other sectors. Then you will really see the difference, like how you capture the market. So this is about the entrepreneurship journey. Now coming about this energy auditor profile. As you are aware, this line is not very old, and there is a lack of professionals. And after energy auditor, there is one more layer, that is for accredited energy auditors. And government are have some rules for under PAT scheme, where they have a window for 500 accredited auditors as of now, and almost 300 auditors has become to cover the Energy Conservation Act. So those who become energy auditors early, they have a more opportunity to become accredited energy auditors. And accredited energy auditors nowadays are in a very high demand, because that is the top level of professional in this sector. And there are multiple companies, new companies are also coming up into different business in energy consulting, energy management. So there are a lot of career opportunities in this section. And I have one more topic to cover, that is how you can clear the exam. Discussing over it, because see, I cleared it 10 years back, but what strategy I followed during that time was, because the energy auditor exams is very vast. It covers all the sectors. It is a multiple discipline exam. So what I suggest you, what is your discipline, what is your area of expertise? Better you focus on those areas. Have a in-depth knowledge of your expertise, because it is not required you clear all the paper, you attempt all the paper properly, because passing marks is only 50%. And it's not very easy for everyone to answer all the questions. So where you have a good expertise, that you can easily handle that section. So what I suggest, like if somebody is from electrical engineering background or somebody is from mechanical engineering background, but they have to see what is their areas. Somebody is working in a textile industry or somebody is working in a paper industry. So they focus on their sectors. And as you people know, there is almost 1/3 of the paper is objective. That is not very difficult. If once you go through the book at least once, then there are good chances that you can easily get out 40 out of 50. And then it's just a matter of 35 more marks in each paper. Now if you are good at your area, then I don't think so there is a challenge to attempt, because this is not a theoretical question. The rest is a completely numerical question. If your concepts are clear, then you can easily handle. And coming up to the fourth paper, because paper 1, 2, 3 are quite easy, those papers you can easily clear. But we have seen there are people who are gold medalist in their BTech and MTech, but still they find difficult in clearing the fourth paper, because the fourth paper is industry practical, based on the problems identified in the industries. Those people who have worked in the process industries, they better understand these problems. So for the fifth paper, I will say be specific to your sector. Whatever you attempt it with full confidence and prepare specifically for your section, because in the fifth paper I attempted only 6 questions. That was 60 marks and I got 60 out of 60. Rest I was unable to attempt it. So it is not practically possible you will be able to attempt whole paper. But if you focus on your areas and you attempt it properly, then there are good chances you can clear it. And we can discuss more about the other career opportunities. Because this exam, I think when we are going to provide you the training, we will discuss in more detail about this exam. But other career opportunities are there, as nowadays new business models are coming. So energy manager which have a good analytical skills. Analytical skill means like you can understand the working of different equipments of your plants has a very good value. As you people must be aware, there is a Wipro Eco Energy company who is managing the buildings. They have whole sector and these buildings are located at different locations. The energy managers, just while sitting at their computer, have to manage all. So now it's more towards the remote monitoring systems. So if you have a good analytical skills also with clearing these exams, there is a very good opportunities in different sectors. I think we can move to the next.
Thank you, Mr. Singh, for that session. So yes, as Mr. Singh mentioned, so there are a lot of topics to be covered for the 4 exams, and you don't need to be an expert in all the 4 sessions. So you have to stick to your strengths. So that's the key message. There is an online course which GT and SIEM have together kind of floated, which is for aspiring energy auditors and managers, and even for people who have kind of cleared 2 papers or 3 papers and need to clear the balance to become an auditor or manager. So Mr. Sharad Gehrana will run us through the details of the course that GT and SIEM have floated together. Sharad ji, over to you.
I'm Sharad Garana, and good evening to everybody. And I am delighted to see that so many aspirants are there to prepare for this examination, which is conducted by BW. And I am thankful that SIEM and GreenTree have collaborated to take up the task, because as other people have discussed, this exam passing is not just a cakewalk. It needs some more efforts. So for that reason, we have designed a system which is exam oriented. It is not only for the purpose of sharing the information and knowledge. So our webinar series, we have planned to cover the paper. The BW exam, there are 4 papers, and each paper has got 10 chapters. So there are 45 chapters around that, and we will have emphasis preparation for each and every chapter. So like we have discussed that for the preparation of BW exam, so there are 4 papers. First paper is general aspects of energy management and energy audit. In this, we deal with the energy policies of the government and other implications. Second paper is energy efficiency, where boilers and furnaces, heat exchanger, and waste heat recovery, cogeneration, all these areas are covered. Third paper is energy efficiency in electrical utilities. In addition to electrical systems, this compressors, pumps, blowers, all these areas are covered in this. And then fourth paper, as Mr. Bali Singh discussed, this covers mostly of the strong and very much particular industrial. So this is in performance assessment and utility system. Because of clean energy management, candidate has to pass first 3 papers and for pass all 4 papers. Next slide, please. So our this webinar series will cover about 45 webinars. Each day there will be one webinar, and it will require about your association for 45 to 50 days if we take off in between. So our emphasis is that candidate study the chapters in detail, and if he has any doubt, he should consult us immediately. So our experts will detail each chapter, keeping in the view of the examination. It means their orientation will be to prepare for the exam. So what we will do, we will request candidates prior to joining the webinar on a particular day, they should study the study material provided by BW beforehand and before joining to the webinar. If candidate wants to clarify any particular point on the basis of his study, he should send us a list of doubts, and through email we will consider them in the um, discussion in the webinar. If it is not possible to cover in the webinar, we will communicate through the social media. Now, subject matter is explained by the experts in webinar, and salient points are explained with solved examples by the subject expert in the webinar. In addition to candidates' queries are addressed. Okay. So, for the purpose of this webinar series, we have taken assistance for very senior people who are in this activity for a long time. They are national level accredited energy auditors or policy makers, and I will introduce our experts. Our first expert, Mr. Anurag Bajpayee, who is director of GreenTree and ECBC trainer, and he has got a niche in the building sector in India and abroad. Next expert is Mr. Ajim, who is BTech MBA, director of Alenso Energy, Greha CP, chartered engineer, BOE certified, member of ASME and IIMM. Mr. Bali Singh, just Mr. Bali Singh was talking to you prior to me. He is director of Namdhari Eco Energy, accredited energy auditor, and he has a very good career in energy auditing and in this business. He is working very closely with BW for various projects. Dr. C.S. Azad, he is very senior experienced expert consultant in energy management, and he is sitting professor operations and power management at EMTI and UPS. He was with BSNL as well. Mr. Jagbir Shergill, he is a certified audit. He is doing energy in textile industries. Then we have FSWM, principal consultant, solar consultant, inspector, trainer, PhD scholar, National Institute of Technology, Calicut, certified energy auditor, master trainer Z, resource person, EMC, and chartered engineer. Now we have Kailash Tade. He is a certified energy auditor and very senior and experienced faculty in various universities in and around Pune. And I have closely worked with him in various studies. Mr. MC Jain is very senior accredited energy auditor, and he has got his own successful running organization, MCJ Engineers Private Limited, and he is a accredited firm with BW. Praveen Todkar is working with Dr. Reddy Limited, and he is a HVAC expert. Mr. Puneet, senior uh, energy auditor and senior faculty in energy study in University of Pune, and he has got a lot of credits as far as energy audit is concerned. Then we have Mr. Sunil Dange. He is a power plant experienced engineer, and he is a certified energy auditor. And that way we have a good sort of a bucket of experts available Also with the emphasis that they will support you all along, hand holding till you are ready for the examination. And I hope that you will be enjoying our method of studying. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you, Saratji, for giving us the information and the knowledge about the course. And so we come to the last session of the presentation today, which is Q&A. Saratji, maybe you can take this question.
So I see one question whether there will be any study material provided by us. So study material given by BW is sufficient for the preparation of the examination. However, we will share the presentations made by our experts. In addition, we will share some question bank which candidates can attempt, and if they have any problem, we will solve one is to one.
So one question that we have received, Sharatji, again related to the course, is what is the exam date scheduled for this year?
EW is expected to notify maybe sometime in June.
One question again we've received from a lot of people is whether I can attend the webinar for paper 2 and say paper 4, so different people. So yes, you can attend the online course if you have all 4 exams to clear, or you have only some of the 4 exams to clear. So we have separate fees for both these courses. So one question, Sharatji, is whether people with masters in architecture are eligible for appearing for the examination.
I know some architects who are BE certified energy managers, but as far as this particular qualification is concerned, I really don't know at the moment. However, one can see the prospectus.
The response that we've also received from one of our ECBC master trainers, who also happens to be an architect from IIT Roorkee, is that architects can also appear for the examination and it is allowed.
Yes.
So people who are architects and who want to appear for the examination, they can also enroll for the courses. One question is, AEE gives also certification of energy auditors and managers worldwide. Is BEE certification necessary? So the answer is yes. If you're looking to work in designated consumer sectors in India under the PAT scheme, so BEE certification is compulsory because that's the only certification that the Ministry of Power recognizes in India. One more question I'll take up. This is a lengthy question which somebody has asked. This is from Abhinav, that he applied for Energy Auditor exam for last 2 years and all 4 papers, but attended exam only one time. He hasn't cleared any paper yet. So how many attempts are left? So in total, you are allowed 3 attempts in a span of 6 years, 6 consecutive years, maximum 3 attempts per paper. How many times can you apply for the exam? You can apply for the exam 3 times because the attempt maximum allowed is only 3. If I have applied for the exam but not attended the exam, will it be considered that I have lost my chance? Okay, so this is a tricky question. Sharatji, maybe you can take this up.
This is really a tricky question, and frankly speaking, I don't answer. But my understanding is, if you have applied, it means you have consumed the attempt.
One question here is, will the training period be considered as an experience? So the answer is yes. Training period can also be counted as experience. One last question we'll take before we close the session. So this is with regards to the BE fees and the webinar fees. So the fees that Bureau of Energy Efficiency charges is declared normally in the prospectus. The prospectus should be out by June 2020, hopefully. But normally it is around 10,000 for all 4 papers. I assume we've been able to answer a lot of questions, if not all. Any question you feel is answered, please email the question to us at training@greentree.global and we will get back to you. We will close the session here, and I thank you all on behalf of GreenTree. I thank all the people who have joined in today. And in fact, I thank all the people from SIEM, and thank you all for joining in.
Thank you. It was interesting to see. Thank you.